season with a chance to take care of business and close everything he's been through physically the last couple of weeks as we take a...
To be a young team, average 24 years age, as their leaders went, and they were able to come away with the victory.
They were so stoic, even down 29 points towards the end of that first half as Jaren Jackson misses on a little turnaround underneath. He's been really hot and cold so far in this series. But boy, do they need a monster performance for him to have any kind of a chance. Jalen Williams has been sensational, their leading scorer in this series. Just under 24 points per game, misses on his first 8.
And if you're going to nitpick with the Thunder, which their dad has just been shown time and time again, as Scottie Pippen Jr. picks up where he left off in that first half in Game 3. But you look at the Thunder in terms of shooting from beyond the arc, they're shooting 34% from 3. And so regardless going forward, whether this is a Game 4 or they're extending the series, they gotta find their rhythm from beyond the arc.
Scottie Pippen Jr. has really stepped into that point of attack defender role since the absence of Jalen Wells as Aldama dials up a 3. Pippen Jr. was just so good the other night, especially in the first quarter. 14 of those points. Beautiful setup.
Court play of the Thunder. You talk about Hartenstein and the difference in the pick and roll with him. It's more of a pocket pass versus Chet. It's been the pop.
Pippen Jr. steps back a little bit short. The officials are going to get Zach.
And your head coach. I saw that in Game 3. Because, listen, there's one thing when everything is going right. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander knocks down the mid-range. We've seen that time and time again. But when things are going wrong, their expressions literally never change.
And Mark Daigneault said that in our conversation with him. He said, who are we going to be in the playoffs when we're not playing well, when we're up against it? They kind of break through one of the early obstacles in this postseason with that crazy comeback win. Into the corner, they find Dort. That rainbow delivery, not that time.
And again, the Grizzlies, they want to increase their pace, and they're doing a great job of that. And Coach Isolo talked about how they need to shoot from beyond the arc, and Aldama has provided that. Let's see if Bane can knock down.
He has not played well in this series. All that perimeter defense that the Thunder have thrown at him clearly has disrupted his game. If there was ever a time for Desmond Bane to get it going, it's here in Game 4. Williams elevates.
Williams has been the bright spot for this Thunder. 20+ in 3 straight games. His mid-range game, getting to the basket, defending on the other end.
So this good offensive start from Memphis continues. They've hit 5 of their first 7. And Scottie Pippen Jr. gets his first bucket. Hartenstein out to Holmgren. Mark Daigneault acknowledged this is the best basketball that Holmgren has played since coming back from that injury. Bane steps back.
Everything right on that possession. He had the oohs and ahs of the crowd.
So just over 3 minutes gone by. SGA chiseling his way to the cup. We're looking for that contact, the body control that is just amazing to watch. Desmond Bane, boy, terrific answer at the other end, going right into the chest of Holmgren.
And when you're struggling from beyond the arc, you got to get the ball down into the paint, as Bane just did, before the Thunder defense can set up. They got to get him going in transition to get some rhythm.
Both teams shooting really well at the start, and that continues. OKC now. And the Grizzlies at this end, 6 of 9 from the field. Jackson backing down Dort. Turns that soft little touch.
He can be at his best. When he's not settling, when he takes it into the chest of the defender, they're going to have to go with the smaller lineup, the Thunder, and Jaren Jackson Jr. has to take advantage of that.
80! Right into the hands of SGA. Just a tough bounce for Memphis. And what a start for Gilgeous-Alexander. Had his best offensive game by far in Game 3, and he's picked up where he's left off.
Well, he hasn't taken a 3 yet. He was taking way too many 3s in Game 1, 2, and 3. He's dominant from the mid-range and getting to the basket as
build on this 5-point early lead. In Paris last July. Complete unknown. Born and raised in Helsinki, Finland.
Oh boy, is he a basketball head. Said he grew up watching 90s basketball. 3D threw him some old school playoff replays, and he
3D mentioned when he was down 0-3 with Orlando, and Isolo gave him the details of what happened in that series.
The Penny Hardaway step back.
He is a legitimate NBA historian. Guy was obsessed with the league with his younger brother. Good.
There's been any critique of Williams' game this series, it's been knocking it down from beyond the arc, only shooting 25%, so he's got to get that going.
Scottie Pippen Jr., good couple of hard fakes. And then Hartenstein to clear. So Aaron Wiggins, the first substitution for Mark Daigneault. So many interchangeable pieces that he has at his disposal. Boy, Williams, he's got everything going. And a timeout taken.
39% in this series, only 21%. They got to get him up in those catch and shoot actions before the Thunder defense is set.
Led the Grizzlies this year in made threes. As Pippen Jr. lights it up again. Their franchise star looking on in street clothes. So 9 points for Pippen Jr., who really is having kind of a breakthrough series in terms of what their future could look like for him, as he has found a home here with the Grizzlies. Dort.
And the thing with Pippen Jr. is, you talk about Morant being out, but Wells is out as well. And so just having the responsibility to constantly initiate offense and then be asked to score, it seemed like in game 3 he ran out of gas a little bit.
Deep shot from Bane won't go. And OKC makes it a one and done. So we come up on the 5-minute mark of the first quarter. Oklahoma City trying to fight through some early three-point struggles. And look at Hartenstein.
Textbook right there. Big commits to guard, driving Hartenstein, getting the offensive rebound.
There's a steal. SGA top 5 in the league this season.
For SGA, I know in the regular season we're used to these type of numbers, 5 for 5, his efficiency. In this series, he struggled a bit.
Pippen Jr., a little bit too much. And another rebound for Hartenstein underneath his 5th. So Oklahoma City just 1 of 7 from 3, but despite that, fighting their way back into within 1. Wiggins was huge in the opening game, and he goes right into the chest of Edey. First lead of this team is. Nifty little finish that time. Nice setup, Pippen Jr. to Edey.
He's got to be on the offensive rebound and make things difficult. Again, right there, you got
the way he moves and the way the NBA game has evolved.
Under Coach Islo, he's actually playing more minutes and has been more productive. So you're seeing the signs of growth that you want to see in a rookie season.
We figured that Thomas Islo would go a little bit deeper into his bench. Vince Williams Jr. got some run late in game 3. Has checked into the game for the first time. Luke Kennard in as well. Jackson, tough little flick at the rim, and the rebound by Kenrich Williams. Then it's taken away by Konchar. Jackson off balance, gets it into the corner. Williams. So Memphis retakes the lead. This is Williams on a 3. And their perimeter struggles continue. Konchar, skip pass, and taken away easily by Wiggins.
We've seen the depth of the OKC guards and the impact of a Caruso. Let's see if Memphis can counter that. And thus far, their bench has came in and actually improved their pace and their space in knocking down some threes.